The Sandman had just retrieved the precious object from the ground when his hand inexplicably crumbled apart. But he did not give up. He gathered his focus, reconstituted his hand, and finally managed to pick up the pendant. Inside, it was a photograph of his son, and that photograph reignited something deep within him. He slowly drew his legs together and took on the shape of an ordinary man. He then walked out onto the streets in search of a target, but his erratic behavior quickly drew the attention of two patrolling officers. He was, after all, still a wanted fugitive. Realizing he had been made, the Sandman turned and ran. By the time the officers gave chase, he had vanished without a trace. Then, without warning, a torrent of sand began pouring from a truck nearby. The officers spotted it and scrambled onto the roof, threw back the tarpaulin, and found nothing. Suddenly, the sand in the middle began to cave inward, and one officer grabbed a shovel and started digging. In the next instant, the sand on the truck surged upward and took the form of a giant looming overhead. The officers, sensing the danger, fumbled for their guns and opened fire, only to be knocked down one by one. The Sandman then dissolved into a sweeping cloud of dust and was gone. His plan was to rob an armored vehicle. Once he had his target in sight, he moved without hesitation. Before the driver could react, the Sandman had already punched clean through the armor. The guards reached for their weapons and fought back, but were swallowed whole by the wave of sand he threw up around them. With the job done, the Sandman reassembled into human form. Just as he was about to make off with the money, Spider-Man dropped from above. Of all the people to run into, the two launched into a fierce fight on the spot. Spider-Man drove his fist straight through the Sandman's body, only to have his arm seized and held fast by the sand closing around it. Spider-Man wrenched free with an agile leap and came at him again in a rapid series of strikes. Just as the Sandman was about to hit back, Spider-Man caught sight of the armored vehicle veering out of control and on the verge of crashing. He broke off immediately and rushed to pull the guards inside to safety. Spider-Man climbed out of the vehicle to find the Sandman long gone.